Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Natalie Armstrong-Motin from Normandy, France, and I'm talking today with Georgia Daniels in Pasadena, California. Hello, how are you, Georgia?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent. So, Georgia, your practice there in Pasadena, I know that you concentrate specifically on families in conflict or small businesses that have maybe employee personality conflicts or things of that nature. Tell me a little bit about your practice.
Well, I help people who want to work their situations out respectfully and peacefully. I find it fascinating to work with all different kinds of people, and the main thing they have in common is that they really want to be kind and respectful as they work through whatever the situation is. And many of my clients come for divorce mediation. And so I see it as helping them to have a soft landing for their marriage as they disentangle each other. What's really important is how they treat each other now, during the split, and afterwards. If they have children, they're going to be seeing each other a lot over the future. So it's really important to try to find the best solutions for both parties or all parties.
I really like how you phrase that, the soft landing. I think that that's a really humane perspective to take on what can be a really difficult time for so many people and families. And when you're working in a business or a corporate environment, is your position the same when you're working as a conflict coach in business, or does it change a little bit?
Well, it changes a little bit, and mostly I work with small businesses, family-owned businesses. Where the relationships are primary, and the people will probably still keep having to relate to each other after the conflict is over in some way. It could be that they're co-owners, or there are lots of different ways that family type relationships develop in a business atmosphere.
Right. Well, and we all know that we spend a lot of time with our coworkers. Some of us more time with our coworkers than with our families. And those relationships can be just as complicated and just as important to us as our family relationships sometimes.
Well, that is very true. Yes. And sometimes when people first come to me, particularly if it's a divorce, one party maybe can't even get the word divorce out of the mouth. And so it takes some time to heal, but they will. And eventually, they will treat each other respectfully, and frequently after they sign their agreement, they go out to lunch. So when that happens, I think that, okay, this has been good.
Right. I've always really enjoyed about our industry that 99.99% of the time, people are far better off for having come into our offices than not. And I'm always really pleasantly surprised at how many people came in ready to go toe-to-toe, fisticuffs, duke it out, and they leave shaking hands and smiling, sometimes even hugging. And it's a remarkable transformation that we as mediators get to watch. It's a real privilege to be able to watch that.
It is. Yes. It makes my heart sing when that happens. And occasionally I work with couples who are not getting divorced, but they're getting married, and they want to have some premarital conversations. Sometimes they need a prenuptial agreement. Sometimes they just want to have a conversation or two. And I think that is conflict prevention. So that's a good thing too.
Now that's a really enlightened couple that comes to you in advance. What kinds of topics do people want to mediate in advance of getting married? Is it the same kind of conflicts that they bring us after something has gone sort of left of field?
Actually, very much so. Particularly if one or both parties have children from other relationships, they may want to talk about that. If they may need to talk about family caregiving for the older generation or the younger generation, and money, whether they're going to have community property, whether they're going to keep everything separate, or each person's going to have some independent funds and some community funds, what they want to do about retirement, how they envision retiring. Some people never, ever want to retire. Other people can hardly wait. And so money and relationships, that's basically what we talk about.
Well, that's the important stuff. You know, that's the good stuff. So Georgia, if someone were interested in connecting with you, and I know that although you're sitting in Pasadena, you are available to help clients in the digital world, and that you can go online, and so you're not limited to just helping those individuals in Southern California. What's the best way for people to find out more about you and the services that you offer?
Well, I have a website, which is georgiadaniels.com, and I have a phone number, 626-441-1900. And so I do work online. We can work, sometimes people prefer to work by phone. Sometimes they prefer to work by video. And there's a new platform coming out that I'm really excited to use. It'll be available soon, where there's a digital text-based conversation. And it's asynchronous. That means that you don't have to be online at the same time. I could pose perhaps a difficult question, and then each party could think about it and write a response, and then we come back together to discuss those responses. And I think that the online environment can help to diffuse some of those really intense feelings when somebody's just not quite ready to be in the same room with another party. Or we can, so digital online mediation can help with managing the emotions, and it can also help with just the general scheduling problems of life, because we might meet together once or twice or thrice in my office, and then they feel comfortable enough with what we're doing that we could have some more sessions by video or online or by phone, so that sometimes somebody has to move to get another job. There are all different reasons why for some people it's really a good idea to be open to the idea of mediating online. And it's always great to be in person as well.
I think there's a lot to be said for mediating in person, but I also understand that in the 21st century, we have, climate issues. And so maybe it's better for some of us to not sit in LA traffic and pollute our environment. It's better for us to sit at home in our comfortable environment. For some of us, it's a matter of stress or anxiety, and it's going to be a better benefit for us to be comfortable in our environment and to work with a mediator. So I can see that there are lots of reasons that mediating online is a benefit.
It can be. And each mediation is unique, and each one has maybe some commonalities with other situations, but everyone is totally unique in what's important, how they relate to each other, how you think about things. Yeah, each one's different.
Well, what's really obvious is that you've designed and developed a practice that really focuses entirely and completely on providing your clients the service that they need, not the service that you offer, but the service that they really, really require and need from you. And I think that that's an admirable way to design a business. Well done, you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Georgia, I'm going to put the link to your website, georgiadaniels.com, down below in the description bar for everyone to be able to find. And as you all heard Georgia say, contact her by phone, contact her by email, learn more about the process that she can design specifically for you, your family, your business, and your issues. Georgia, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Listen, everyone, as always, I encourage you to follow the link in the description bar. If you've got questions, forward this video to someone who may be able to benefit from Georgia's services. Sharing is caring. As always, thanks for watching, and be good humans. Bye-bye.